Hello, welcome to another episode of Crash Cinema. It's your host McKenna. So today we are talking about various things, but all tied into social capital. If you've been a listener for a while, we remember when we kicked off this podcast. Actually, we started with us analyzing what social capital is, and I just want to examine it now, 3 years later. Gosh, I can't believe it's been 3 years since we started this podcast. Yeah, 3 years later, and see what weight it still weighs or holds in my life now. As I stated in my in the last episode, I said I've just become a mommy again, and with it brought, more responsibilities, more kids, and I love it, but I don't love the long nights, the sleepless nights, sleep deprivation, the pain. The pain is unbelievable for healing and just how your body changes and the hormone imbalance because you've just given birth and all these kind of things, and just how your body is changing you physically to see how things are becoming. And I was quite worried this time round in having this baby because my family now lives in another country, and they were my real support system, especially my mom and dad, and I didn't know what to do. However, I have been pleasantly surprised over the last few months. The support system I've gotten from my mom's friends and my dad's friends, I cannot tell you how amazing it has enriched my life. I tell you, women, some of them I'm not really close to, but because of how they value my mom, they came to my house. There are people who visited for the first time when I had the baby. They've never been to my house, and they were mopping floors, washing dishes. I was just in shock. And a part of me was fighting because, as a human being, you don't want to be judged that your kitchen is a bit messy. When you give birth, everything is out of the window. You can't do much. And you just have to reserve yourself to the fact that it will be a few weeks before you are able to go back to the system of cleaning, cooking, and all these other things. And especially if you have surgery like I did, you can't bend, you can't pick up things, and people don't know how difficult that is, how painful it is physically and also emotionally, to understand that you have to wait until you feel better to be able to do things, and you feel so restrained. One of the things that I want to talk about is very personal, as just like everything else, I keep it real, is when you get surgery, C-section, you in England you get some injections you have to take home to get to help so that you don't have clotting, and I hate needles. I in fact not just hate them, I fear them. And throughout those who've been pregnant know how many times you and the needles are in together. They're taking your blood, they're taking this, all kinds. So you're always being poked and probed. And I find it so difficult. So I was wondering, what am I gonna do? Because these are 10 injections I need to, and I can't inject them myself. I can't face it. So it's funny. I was talking to one of my mom's friends, and she was like, "Actually, I'll commit to come and giving you this injection every day." Remember reliability? We talked about that in the last episode. But also, I was so shocked. She's the last person I actually thought would be that, concerned and moved. And not only that, she used to send me positive messages in the morning. She's like, "Hi, today's day one, baby's one day old, you're doing well, you're a champion, you're handling it like a pro." Like really positive messages. and she'd come to my house, do the injection. Some days even she'll bring cooked food. And I was just like, who is this person? I've been overwhelmed at the kindness of people, the kindness of my mom's and dad's friends. It's, I don't know. And it just taught me, for you who are parents, cultivate the friendships that you have around your children as well. Somebody your daughter or son can go to if they're in a problem, or they can step up to if they can feel like I was so shy to approach anyone, and they knew that. So they made it easier for me by saying, we'll come, we'll do this, and that is the best gift my mom and dad have left me, other than my faith in God, which was cultivated by my parents. The other second thing is the gift of friendship of their friends, and some of their friends now have become my friends. So it's just been amazing. So I want to encourage all of you who have of a certain age, who have friendships and your children, when you go with your children to visit them, tell them why it's so important to visit so and so, what they mean to you. You can tell them, you can rely on this person. Let them know that, and teach them how to have conversations with your friends and stuff like that, so that you never know. Life is a revolving door, basically. So I'm so grateful for the social capital my mom and dad had built before they left, and by association with them, I was able to tap into that richness and resource. And now that I am here, I am able to text this lady, text this person, say, could you help me this? Could you pop by my house? Could you cook for me this? Or when they say, we'll come help you hold the baby and all this, or they wash my dishes. It's amazing. Sometimes it's simple things like that. But we also know there's social capitals that are, beyond just the help. There's business, there's connections that they can get you, deals and all kinds of things. But I just wanted to examine this thing about social capital. It is so important. It's so important. Build that village. It's very useful. Thank you for listening to this episode. See you in the next one.